What up, y'all? This is Isaiah Fowler, the founder of SWAV Eyewear and SWAV Agency. And this is going to be a great episode, man. Today we're talking about how do I tell, is my marketing effective? Is it effective? Is it not? Did I fail? Did I not fail? I'm making this video because over the years, I've seen that a lot of people don't know what is successful and what's not successful. It's like the only thing that people know how to track is money, and that's it. And I want to give a different perspective to everything, right? So, we about to hop in it, right? So I dropped this right here. This is a direct-to-consumer playbook, strategize with a vision. Everything in your life starts with a vision, but also if you're looking to grow your business, a lot of people are literally just lacking strategy. Because I've worked with so many people and I've seen that so many people just don't have strategy. They're literally kind of just winging it, right? So if you want to strategize on your brand, then grab this right here. Head to swavcircle.com and you can grab this right here, okay? So, is my marketing effective? How to tell if my marketing is effective. So, what the average person does is they will post videos, they'll post photos, maybe they'll run ads, maybe they won't, and that's about it, right? That's it. But what you should be doing things in a very methodical way. So if you don't know if your marketing is effective, if you just put out videos and you start making money and it's like, oh yeah, I'm killing it, that does not mean that your marketing is effective. So I want you to think about a few things. Number one, I want you to ask yourself or think about this. The content that you put out is going to be a direct reflection of the customers that you get, right? No matter what industry you're in, you have different segments of customers within an industry. Let's say you're in the CPG brand. You have low end, people who are just looking for deals. You have people that are looking for solutions. You have people that are looking for premium experiences. You have people that are looking for luxury experiences. You have people that are willing to buy just to be different. You have different sections and segments of an industry's customer base. So number one, you got to ask yourself, what phase or what segment do I even want to play in? If you don't know that and you're just building, putting out content or just trying to get money, then it's like you're really shooting yourself in the foot because you're hustling backwards. Because what's going to happen is a year from now, your business is going to get stagnant and you're going to be trying to figure it out. And then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to redo everything, basically rebrand so that you can really go towards who you want to go towards and who you want to attract customer base wise. And then you're going to have to take a step back to go forward. So why don't we think about this stuff right now? So, right, you have different segments of customers inside of the industry. So if you are just putting out content and that's it, you already are kind of shooting yourself in the foot because you have not fully done what you needed to do to set yourself up for success. So one thing that the military taught me was always have an objective, right? I've been in so many different briefings, but you always want to have an objective. So before you start marketing, what is the objective? Is the objective brand awareness? Is the objective brand awareness with a little bit of sales? Is the objective to break even on your ad spend? What is your actual objective? We need an objective to really make it happen, right? So before anything, that's the thesis of this whole video. If you want to know if your marketing is effective, set an objective first. Once you set the objective, then you'll be able to compare the end result to something. A lot of people don't have an objective to compare the end result. So they'll know, okay, I'm making this amount of money, but was I trying to make this amount of money? Because if you weren't even like, yeah, we all want to make money in our business, but a lot of people weren't trying to make the money. It just happened. So now they don't know what happened. They don't know how they made it. And that's one of the worst places to be in business, because here's the key. You want to know that you can replicate it. You want to know that you have a replicatable system, business model, marketing strategy, whatever. Because here's the thing. When things may get slow, or when you have to restructure things and you have to take a back seat, you want to know that once you come back out, you can replicate what you did previously. Replication is everything. If you cannot replicate yourself in business, if you can't replicate your results, if you can't replicate your strategy across different verticals inside of different verticals of the industry, then what are you doing? So you got to have an objective. You got to be able to replicate your results. And in order to replicate your results, you got to document the things that you did, and you have to focus on efficiencies. Once again, if you don't focus on the efficiencies, then you won't be able to know what's up. What do I mean? Where did our customers come from? If you don't know where your customers are coming from, then you don't know where to market at. You feel what I'm saying? So think about these things. So now you got your objective, and you got your objective. Now you know that you need to be able to replicate something. The next thing is like, all right, now let's all put it in action so that we could have something to think about, and we could have something. What's the word I'm thinking about? It's the word I'm thinking about. Compare it to, right? Compare it to. I do all these videos one take, right? Off the top of my head. So I know what I'm talking about. I know what the topic is, and I just go. So sometimes I'll be trying to think about something. I don't really, I have no script. So, objective replication. So let's say you're like, okay, this month, right? Let's say in March, we want to generate X amount of dollars. Okay, how are we going to do that? Right? What's going to be the product that's going to get us there? Or are we going to launch bundles, right? If we're launching some bundles, then we want to sell X amount of bundles. That's how you know if your marketing is effective. Because now, so you set the objective at the top. The objective is the objective. Whatever your objective is. Once again, this is why strategy is so important. When you have the strategy, it's even easier to set the objective, because a lot of people don't even know what objective they should be setting for their business. That's going to be predicated on, where is your business at? What are your goals? But really, where is your business at? And if you don't have like a strategical mind or an outside perspective, like, we really should work together, because the thing about it is this right here, right? If you don't know what objective to set, your business ain't going to grow. Your business is not going to grow, right? So set the objective. We're about to launch this. Do you have a new product coming out, right? If you have a new product coming out, okay, it's a new product launch. How many units do you want to sell? How much revenue do you want to generate from the new product, and how long do you want to do it? Now that you have the objectives, now we focus on the actual logistics and the marketing of it, right? Okay, what's going to be the marketing campaign? What's going to be the marketing strategy? How are we going to do this? Is it going to be all from Instagram? Are we going to do influencers with it? Are we just going to focus on running ads? What is it going to be? These are the things that we got to ask ourselves. And then now, is it going to be a 30-day, a 60-day, a 90-day campaign? And then let's say you do a 30-day campaign. Okay, at the end of the 30 days, now we know we could look back and say, all right, this was a success, or this was not a success. But here's the beautiful part. Whether if it was a success or wasn't a success, we can look at it and say, okay, what worked well and what didn't work well, right? I have a client a couple years ago. We did a campaign in February, and the only goal was to get a shit ton of user-generated content. And we got a shit ton of user-generated content. Of course they made money, but the goal was user-generated content that they can leverage later on. So it's not always about money. That's why you need to know your objective. That's why you need to know where you're going. That's why you need to know your direction. Okay? Without strategy, your business is doomed, because you're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff thinking that you're winning, thinking that you're going somewhere, when you could be running in circles and you just not be able to see it. Right? So objective, know your objective in the beginning, right? Have document your process so you can get to a point where you can replicate the process. Because if you can replicate the process, you can replicate the results. If you can replicate the results, now you got your own blueprint, and then you have an end goal or an end result. Now you take that end result and you compare it to your objective. Boom. That's how you know if your marketing is effective. You could hit up your customers that purchased, ask them why they bought. That's another way to see if your marketing is effective. Okay? You could email them, you could call them, whatever the case may be, right? If the goal is to sell X amount of units of one certain product, then let's look at the end result of, did we sell this amount of products? That way we'll know if, the campaign or your marketing was effective. That's how we got to start thinking about things. And the only way that this will work is if you're patient enough for, let's say you're spending $5,000 in a month or $10,000 in a month for something. If you don't see that project through or see that campaign through, then you won't get to the end to have something to compare to the objective. What I've seen is a lot of people stop after a week, after 2 weeks. They stop, they quit, and then they go back to what's comfortable. If you go back to what's comfortable, you're never going to be able to see anything new that works. So you got to go back to what's comfortable. You got to stop going back to what's comfortable, and you have to stay the course. That's why I always wear my shirts that say stay the course. That's why our frames on the inside of here say stay the course, because you have to stay the course. Don't give up, don't quit just because things are looking bleak right now or they look like they're not going to work. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, next week, 3 days from now, right? So always know that you have to see it through so that you can look back and say, this was a fail or this was a success. And that's it. So that's how you know if your marketing is effective. So think about that, implement that, and let's make it happen, right? Let's grow these businesses. Let's stay direct to consumer. Let's keep our equity. Let's keep our valuations higher, right? And let's keep our margins as well, because that's a very, very, very big thing, because you can make more money selling less units direct to consumer rather than selling more units wholesale. You already know I love direct to consumer rather than wholesale, all right? So always remember, everything starts with a vision. And if you want this playbook right here, Strategize with a Vision, head to SWAVcircle.com. Go grab it. It's going to help you strategize your business. And always remember, everything you do in life starts with a vision. Peace.